Hey guys, what's up? It's Minituff and welcome to another video. So today I'm going to show you how to make a Minecraft server on the newest version. Now the newest version as of today, March 1st, is Minecraft 1.2.2. But this will work on newer versions as they come out, so please don't bug me to make a new video. The process is the same. So before you go off and watch the rest of the video, I would just like to say, watch the whole part. Now it's kind of confusing on this watch the whole part thing because this video is split up into two parts. One of them is making a Minecraft server using my pre-made folder, which has everything done for you. All you have to do is put in your IP and start up the server and you're good. The other way is from scratch if you somehow can't download the server and you just can't do it and you have to do it from scratch. I have two methods. So watch that whole part of the segment. I will clearly mark which one is which part of the segment. Also, there's going to be annotations on screen. On the left is making a pre-made folder. On the right is using it from scratch. I will also put links in the description for the time of the video because I know a lot of you guys are on mobile devices, so you can skip to that part of the video and you're good. So go ahead and click that annotation and you'll be taken to that part of the video. So if you're a little iffy on choosing between the two, the pre-made folder is probably the easiest way to go. It's what I recommend to most people. It's just the folder that I've already done everything to. All the files are in there. You can just simply open it, change a few things, and you're off and running. I also included a few files in there that makes the little things easier to do. It includes the Q&A. It's very simple. But if you're all tech savvy and stuff, I would say, and you for some reason don't want to do the pre-made folder or you can't get it, then I guess you could go with making it from scratch. It's the hard way and it's the most complicated, but you know, if you want to do it, then go ahead and do it. So go ahead and make your choice right now. I see you've chosen the pre-made folder. Good choice. Let's begin. So, I've assumed you got the pre-made folder downloaded and put it on your desktop. I have mine right here, already pre-made. So, this is a sneak peek at what's going to be coming up for download. So, before we start anything, before we get into the server at all, we're going to need to download Hamachi. Don't hit me. I don't like Hamachi either. The reason I'm using Hamachi is because for some reason I can't port forward. I have a little bit of a problem with it. If any of you guys would love to help me, please do. But I can't port forward, so we're using Hamachi. So, now that you've got this open, choose the unmanaged version and check the conditions of use. Download it and make sure you're on the right version. Not Windows, Mac, because it's a Mac tutorial. Only Mac. It's different for Windows, please. Don't ask me. So, I'm assuming you've got that downloaded and you're going to need to install it. I don't want to show you how to do that because this video would be super long because I'd have to show it twice. So just open it up, power it on, and give it a second. Alright, so you should have the option to create or join a new network. If you don't, go up here and choose network, create a new network, and put in the network ID. This is kind of like a username and password. You can make it whatever you want, but you need to remember it. It's cap sensitive, so if you put in capital M, it's going to remember a capital M. And put the password into whatever. So go ahead. You can change the password later. You can even get rid of the password altogether. But this is the biggie right here. You need to remember this. Cap sensitive, so remember everything. So go ahead and press create. Give it a second to do its thing. Do its thing faster. A little bit faster. There we go. Okay, so you shouldn't have these two servers. This is my personal server and my friend's server. So you should have nobody in the server. That's fine, because nobody can join right now. So go ahead and right-click and choose Set Access. You don't have to do this, but you can choose to disable the password altogether, and all these other settings can be changed. So go ahead and keep this open, put it off to the side, because we are going to get to it later. So go ahead and open up your pre-made folder. Read this first. I'm going to go over it at the end of the video, but it has Q&A, it has all this useful stuff that can really help you out a lot when making the server if you don't understand things. But if you're a smart person, you should need to use that. If you still need help, then you need to read this, and if you still need help, then you need to ask me. But read this, watch the whole video too. So we're going to go into the server folder. Now look how neat I made this. This is so beautiful. Alright. first thing you're going to need to do is go right click on this and choose open with text edit. Now if text edit is not an option in here, press other and search for it here. And make sure you find it. If you don't have text edit, don't ask me what to do. Download a text editing program. Anything will work. Even Microsoft Word is going to work doing this. All it has to do is be able to edit text. Then choose always open with and press open. So right here, you're going to look for the server IP. This should be blank. There should be nothing here. It should say put your IP here or something. Something that catches your attention so you can change this. So, pretty simple here. You're going to put this IP into here. Now wait, don't start yet. Don't pause the video yet. You need to copy down just this part. Just the beginning. Not this mumbo jumbo. Just the beginning part up to the slash mark. So go ahead and do it. It's pretty easy. So I don't think you should have any problems. If you do have problems, you can see a psychiatrist or something, but you know, I'm not qualified to do that. So then go ahead and use file, save, and we can quit text edit now. Okay, so before you start up the Start.command, you're going to need to do one thing, and you're going to need to give it permission to actually run the server.jar. So you're going to need to do is open up terminal. Now, just terminal is in your applications, scroll down to utilities, and it's in there. Find terminal, and there we go, terminal. You can also search for it in Spotlight. There we go, terminal. So everybody has it. If you don't, you have it. Trust me, you have it. Now, this is what you need to type in. chmod space a plus x space. That's in the description. It will also be on screen, but I need you to not copy and paste it from the description. You need to type it in, or else it's not going to work, and then drag in the Start.command. Press enter. Now you're good. So now you are good to start up the server. Just double click the Start.command. That's going to create a new world. Speaking of world, if you don't like this world, you can just, all you have to do is make sure the server is shut down. I'm going to show you how to close the server in a second. So if the server's not running, just go ahead and drag this into the trash, delete the world, and then when you start up the server again, it will generate a new one. So just to clear that out of the way. So now we've got the world created, everything is good. So I can go ahead and join my server right now, but I'm going to show you how to stop the server first because everyone kind of needs to know how to do that. Just type in stop. Who would have guessed? Also, if you need any questions, you can type in question mark and it will give you some commands that you can use while in the server. This is while it's running. So then we're going to stop the server, and just to stop, it's going to save and quit the server, and you're left with the terminal window that says process complete. So now, before you start up the server, because you own the server, you're hosting it, I would recommend you being an admin or OP. Now, all you have to do is go into ops.txt and add your name here. See, I've already done it. My name's in here. If your name is Billy Bob Joe, put Billy Bob Joe here. But there shouldn't be spaces, and it's every line. So you put them every single line. It's pretty easy. I think you can do it. I trust in you. Also, that is the reason why you can't break blocks if you're not OP. So if you're not an OP, then you can't break blocks. Now, wait. That is only around the spawn area. So if you're not around the spawn area, you should be okay. But if you are, then you need to be an OP. But otherwise, just go further away from the spawn, and you should be able to break blocks. So now we're going to go into the server, and I'm going to show you that it works, because what's the point if I can't prove it to you? Okay, so we're at the Minecraft home screen. We're going to click on multiplayer and ignore this blurred out stuff. This is personal servers. And you can add the server to your list or direct connect. So, do you remember that IP in Hamachi? Right here? Put that in. Now, if you're trying to join, or if you're a friend who's hosting the server, joining the server that you're not hosting is different. You need to watch my video on it. I created a video just about the subject, so you can go in and you can watch that video, and it will teach you how to join the server if you're not the host. So if you want to have friends join, that's how you do it. So go ahead and join up the server. Log in, and whoa, This is an interesting spawn. Yeah, 5 miles underwater. But so that's why I explained how to delete your world, because this is a keeper. Woohoo! I love this world. So you can normally you won't spawn like this, but if you want to delete it, the world, I showed you how. So now we're gonna stop the server. Type in the old stop, pressing enter, and quitting out of that. I'm gonna have a little help thing at the end of this that I'm gonna record later, and it's going to show you a little bit of a Q&A on frequently asked questions, answers, and other problems that people are gonna have. So continue watching, and I will see you in a few milliseconds. Alright, you must be smart because you've chosen the hard way. Well, I would recommend choosing the pre-made folder, but for some reason, if you can't do it, this is how you're going to do it. So we're going to need to download Hamachi. I know, I don't like it either, but we got to do it. It's something I have to do. I know you can do it without it, but I can't. For some reason, I am unable to port forward. Port map doesn't work, whatever, so I can't do it. If you want to help me out, please feel free to help me out, but I've tried everything there is, so I have to use it. So please don't beat me up in your heads, but use it. So we're going to need to go to the unmanaged version and choose conditions of use and download. Go ahead and install that. That's pretty easy. Just click next, 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 next. So now we're going to need to go to the Minecraft homepage. This is the Minecraft homepage, minecraft.net. Pretty easy. I will have all of the links in the description, so if you need them, then go ahead and click there. We're going to need to, under Play Minecraft, we're going to press Download. And scroll down till you see the Minecraft_server.jar. Download that, not the Minecraft server.exe, the jar file. So click to download. I know, everybody loves click to download. And while that's going, we got one more link to go through. I'm assuming you're a smart person because you did it the hard way. So you should have a page on the Minecraft wiki pulled up by now. If you didn't, do it. So now you've got that pulled up. Scroll down until you see Mac OS X instructions. Click that. Again, this is a Mac tutorial, so make sure you have a Mac. Then you're going to need to copy this snippet of code here. So put your cursor right there and copy away. And press Command C to copy. And we don't need the internet anymore, but I'm going to leave it open. And now let's jump into actual server creation. So you're going to need to make a folder on your desktop. Right click, new folder, press enter, and you can rename it. Doesn't matter, but server keeps things organized and whatnot. So now that we've got that, we can put our server.jar into the folder. Open that. We should have nothing in here except the server.jar. Now we need to create a Start.command. This is what we use to start up the server itself. So go ahead and open up TextEdit. There we go. Then paste in that code that you copied before. So there you go. Here's the code. Now one thing I want to snip it in your head is, look at these numbers right here. This means 1G. That means we got 1 GB of RAM in the server. So if you don't think you have enough, go ahead and click Apple logo, about this Mac, and you can check how much RAM you have. Memory is RAM, in case you didn't know. So here we go. I have 4 gigs, so 1 gig is, I have plenty of RAM. I still have 3 GB left. It's important that you don't exceed or meet how much RAM is in your server. So go back and check, make sure of that. So we can change this to whatever we want, but leave everything else the same. So if you want to change the RAM, you can do so, but go ahead. So now we're going to choose Format, Make Plain Text, and choose OK. And we're going to go to File, Save As, and name it Start.command. The start part doesn't have to be start, it can be poop.command, but it needs to have .command at the end. Please, it won't work without it. Then leave the rest the same and choose your desktop as the location and save. Now we can quit out of TextEdit and put the Start.command into the server folder itself. So now you should have 2 files in here. Now go ahead and double click the Start.command. This should open and run the server. Now if you get this problem, then you're right on track. So we need to give this permission to start and run up the server. So you need to click OK, and it should give you this thing, and it's terminal window. If you don't have terminal, then you need to get it, but it should come on every single Mac, so don't worry. What you need to do is type in chmod space a plus x space. Okay, got that? Then drag in the start.command. Now, if you don't go back and watch the video, I'll also feature some text on screen to help you out, and then press enter. Now you should be good. You just gave this file permission to access and run this file. Good job. So we're going to go up and run the server. It should open up the Minecraft server.jar, and it's going to give you some errors that you've got some problems going on, but don't worry, we're going to fix those soon. So give it a second to create the world. Yep, there we go. So now we have the world successfully created. So we need to edit some things inside. Now look at all this stuff we have. So before we go anywhere, I want to say if you don't like your world, this is getting a little ahead of myself, but if you don't like your world, delete the world folder. Throw it out. It will generate a new one when you start the world. So now we're going to stop the server so we can edit some of the properties. Right? And press stop. Not stop. Press stop. Well, type stop and press enter. It will save the server and close it. So now you should have a bunch of stuff in here. You're going to need to open up the server.properties. So right click, open with text edit. If you don't feature text edit in that drop down, then press other and search for it. If you don't have text edit, then I would say you need to use Microsoft Word. Use anything that can edit text. It doesn't matter what it is. Just grab something that will edit text. Choose always open with and open. So now you've got some files in here that we need to change. The server IP is the most important. So I'm assuming that you've got Hamachi already installed. So we're going to open this up. And yep, there we go, Hamachi. We're going to power it on. Power on faster. So here we go. You should have nothing here, but you know, this is just my personal servers. And go ahead and choose network. Create a new network. And this is kind of like a username and password sort of thing. So I would totally recommend doing something you're going to remember. So I'm just going to choose for the sake of this video. And password is going to be password. Why not? Nobody's going to remember that because this server, this ID is going to be deleted right after that. So make sure you remember this. It's cap sensitive, so everything here is important that you need to know. Then press create. Give it a second. It takes a long time for some reason. Internet, so slow these days. Yeah. Imagine the future. We're going to have super fast internet. It's going to be so cool. This could create in a millisecond. There we go. We now have our empty server thingamajig. So, see this IP right here? You need to copy that into the server IP section. Now, not the whole thing. Not this. Just the up to the slash part. So, for me, it's 5.175.99.48. Try saying that 5 times fast. So copy that into here. We'll type it. Make sure you have no spaces in between, no spaces after. You're good. Only up to the slash. Remember that. And choose save it and quit. Now we should be able to start up our server. There we go. Starting up, and good thing we have no errors. Now it's just generating the world. Yeah. Okay, so now that the server started up, we can actually join. But one thing I want to keep note is you're not an OP on the server. And what that means is you're not an admin. And what that means is you don't have access to some of the cool commands that you have. And also, you cannot break blocks around the spawn area. So if you try to go in and you're like, I can't break blocks, what's wrong? It's because you're not an admin. So to make yourself an admin, you can type in OP, your name, your Minecraft name, press enter, and it will make you an OP. And also you can add your name into the ops.txt, but mine's already in here because I just typed it in. So if I want Bob to be an OP when he joins, I will put him in there as an OP. So now I'm going to go ahead and join my own server to prove to you that it does work. Okay, so I have Minecraft open. We're going to go to multiplayer and ignore all this because, yeah, that's my personal server and stuff. So we're going to go to direct connect. You can also add the server, same thing. And you're going to type in your IP, which is your Hamachi IP. Now, having someone join is a little bit more difficult than having you join because you are the owner. You're hosting the server, so it's easier for you. So having someone join is a little different. I have a video on it. Please go by and watch it, please. So go ahead and type in the IP. And join the server. There we go. Spawn in the world. There we go. We are now in Minecraft. Whew. There we go. So, and now that's pretty much it for joining a server. And notice how I can break blocks because I'm an OP. And if you're not an OP, then go further away from your spawn area and you should be able to break blocks. Alright, so now we're going to be featuring the Q&A. So this is for all those who are having a little bit more trouble. And change online mode to false. That will mean it's not going to check with the system to see if you are a registered user. And making yourself admin, I explained this in both of the parts of the video, but you just have to add yourself to ops.txt or type op space your name into the command while the server's running. How do I change the difficulty? Well, remember this little key right here, because go into the server.properties and find difficulty. So if you can see here, 1 is easy, that is the default. We can change it to 0, which is peaceful, normal, or hard. Easy is default. You can always change this. You have to do it while the server is not running. Changing the game mode, which is basically between survival and creative, you have 1 and 0. So 0 is survival, which is default, 1 is creative. And I've been told that creative doesn't work, but I've been told it does, so I can't really prove it. I haven't tested it. I don't like my world. How do I change that? I've explained it. How do I add more RAM? I think I've also covered this, but I'm going to show you. Right click, open with text edit. This is the Start.command. So right here it says 1G and 1G. This means 1 GB of RAM. So if you click Apple logo about this Mac, you can see I have 4 GB of RAM, which means that I have well enough RAM to run this. But if you have 1 GB of RAM, I don't think you can even run this. So I put in here, in here, that you can change this to 512M, which will, let me find it, jeez. You can change this to 512M, which will make it 512 megabytes, which is half a gig. So you can change this to higher, just don't exceed or meet how much RAM you have on your computer. Okay, invalid server key. I don't know the solution to this. This is kind of a bug that goes on in the server software. You can open and close Minecraft a few times. You can do something. I don't know how to solve it. Here's a video that's for Windows, but it shows you how to fix it, supposedly. I'm not 100% sure on that. And here we go, extra links. So that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching this video. There will be annotations at the end of this video. If you have anything you want to ask me, please ask me. Read everything, watch the video again. I explain most of the problems people are having. But at the end of this video, there's going to be a few links. One is making a craft bucket server. One is having people join. One is going to be, having the Minecraft server help video, which is helping a little bit more problems. So there's going to be links at the end of this video, each part. So I'm trying to make this as easy for you as I possibly can. So go ahead and wait till that, and I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching, and if this works for you, please check out my other videos and feel free to subscribe. Peace.